everyone, welcome back to Stitches with Charly Feathers. This is a Flosstube Extra. I'm back after another week, which is really, really lovely. I thought I would pop on today and talk to you about my 10 oldest whips. These are from 2023, and the last two of the 10 are from January 2024. So these are coming up for 3 years old, some of these. It's about time that they got worked on. And I talked about this in my last Flosstube, that my plan was to work away on my whips next year, my really old whips, because I'm going to be on a stitch from stash. So if you've not been here before, my name is Charly. I live in Cornwall in the UK, and I am a prolific cross stitcher. And I also have my own business selling bespoke hand painted cross stitch accessories like needle minders, ring bling, and floss organisers. So welcome in. I hope you enjoy my content. I hope you'll click the like button, the little bell to notify you of when my videos come out, and also consider hitting the subscribe button. Lots of you have been subscribing the last couple of weeks, so thank you so much for your support. So I'm kind of taking a leaf out of Crafty Emily's book, and she did a similar system this year in 2025 where she would have her whip go numbers, and then if she completed those each month, she would be putting money into her tree, and at the end of the year she would be able to spend it on whatever she decided. And I think that's such a fantastic idea. So I am going to be doing something similar. I'm not doing whip go. I'm going to have a focus project every month, January to October. So my 10 oldest whip, I'm going to have them all written down in a jar, and I'm going to pick out whenever I feel like I need to rotate them. So it would be nice if I could work on them monogamously for the month and try and get them finished. So between January and October I could get the 10 finishes. That would be really great. But some of these have got pathetic starts, some of them have got a long way to go, so I don't know how realistic that is, and I'm not a monogamous stitcher and I don't want to make this miserable for myself. So if I've got them all in a jar, if I'm working on something as a focus project for a week and I've had enough of it and I want to swap it out for another focus whip out of the 10, then I can just put that one back in the jar and then pick out the next one to work on. And so I can rotate it, I would say the maximum I'd like to work on them is a month, but the absolute minimum is a week, so that they can get some really good progress on them. And I've decided that for every one that I finish, that for the month, so if I do work on these whips like for the month and I focus on them every month and I do that, then I'm going to reward myself with £10 each month, and I'm going to squirrel that away. And then the reason I've only picked my 10 oldest ones is that I've got a couple of months at the end, November and December, to maybe work into them ones that maybe needed more and try and get them to a finish, if not closer to a finish. So then I'm going into 2027 without these older ones hanging around. That is the aim. So by the end of the year, I should have £120 squirreled away. And I thought I could buy myself a really nice Gecko Rouge kit with that, because I've got several that I really like. And if you've got any Gecko Rouge whips on your any Gecko Rouge kits on your wish list, I would love to know which ones you've got your eye on, so I can scope them out. But there is several on there that I really like, and I've never splurged that amount of money on a kit before. So I thought I could either spend it on a Gecko Rouge kit at the end of 2026, or I could pay for some professional framing for some pieces, or something else that comes up within 2026 that it feels like a bit of an indulgent luxury purchase. Then I could put the money towards that or pay for it in full. So I know that I need a reward system for this, because I am on Stitch from Stash next year and I have to have something to look forward to, some shopping to look forward to. I thought today we would go through the 10 oldest whips that I've selected, and we'll go from the oldest to the newest in that order. So yeah. Right, so the first one I'm going to show you, I think this is my oldest whip, but it's a bit tricky to know for sure because I haven't got a date written down for it, and I also had a restart, so I haven't shown this bag for ages. This is a beautiful bag from Pauline at Sobe Bags with all these beautiful teapots and teacups, and it's absolutely perfect for this project. So in here I have the absolutely gorgeous Andriana coffee keepers. So I did start this on the called for 14 count Ada. So this would have made this definitely my oldest whip. And yeah, I used the Ada that was supplied in the kit, which, oh sorry, it's 16 count. And I used the kit flosses for this as well. And I did the back stitch and I just didn't like it. I didn't like stitching on this Ada. I'm not an Ada stitcher. I didn't like piercing the holes between the Ada. Hated it. And I wanted to start it on linen or even weave. So I thought, well, I'll finish that up there. I can cut this bit off at the bottom and I can make that into a little pillow. So it won't go to waste. I think it will be really cute. And I could even give that to someone or just put it in my tier tray for autumn. Might be quite nice in my tier tray. So yeah, let's put that up there. So yeah, I started on this cup here and I moved across to this one and I restarted it on I've got the bag in here. I bought it from Florishell. It's a 32 count Zweigart Belfast linen in vintage sand dune. And yeah, I got the second cup completed on this one, but I haven't done any of the back stitching yet. So yeah, this is what it's looking like now. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, here we go. Yeah, absolutely stunning project. I really, really love this one. And I really like the way it's looking on this linen. So that was definitely the right choice. So yeah, I'm just going to continue with that one. And actually, now I've got a lot of these pieces out, I do really, really want to work on them. And I've got all of the Andriana kits in here. I don't think there's been any new ones released, but that'll be worth checking. So I have in here as well, in the same project bag, the Coffee Admirers kit. It's a full kit. Isn't it beautiful? With the foxes and the little planets and the cafetières. I love it so much. I have Tea Admirers. This one's beautiful. I particularly like that green cup at the end. So yeah, Tea Admirers. And I also have Tea Keepers, which is also really stunning. And the plan is I'm going to stitch them all on vintage sand dune. And hopefully when we get our forever home, I will be having them all hanging in our kitchen. So yeah, that's the plan. Okay, the second oldest is one that I was meant to focus on this year with Cross Stitch Bunny Lauren, because this is also one of her old whips, and it's the Steady Thread Blackwork South from 2023. So yeah, me and Lauren were going to work on a hexie a week on a Friday, and I probably did about 8 hexes, and then I kind of lost the momentum. So yeah, I'm thinking that maybe not working on this once a week is the way to go. I think the way for me to work on this one is to work on it monogamously for at least a week and get quite a few of those hexies done. And there is a really beautiful floral black backstitch border that goes all the way around this. So at the moment I've got up to how many hexes have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. I've done 23, and I think there's 54 or 56, I think. So yeah, I would just really love this one, and I do really want to get this one finished. It is really beautiful, and this is on a 20 count Ada, which is probably why I haven't picked it up in vintage sand dune again. I do like vintage sand dune a lot. And that lovely needle minder, that was a gift from my lovely friend Kim, Stitchy Squirrels, and it's it's a ceramic one. It's a really lovely shop actually on Etsy. I can't remember what she's called. No, I can't remember it. I will put it in the description bar down below. But the Historical Sampler Company have collaborated with them, so they may well have some on the Historical Sampler website. So yeah, I think if I'd have stitched this on linen or even weave, it probably would have been a lot further along. I think it's the 20 count Ada that's holding me back with that one. And that one was started in January 2023. Okay, the next one is one I've been working on a lot. I showed it on my last Flosstube. This is the Things Unseen Mystery Cell by Lizzy Kate. So yeah, this is the Lizzy Kate Things Unseen Mystery Sampler. And it says the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. I love this so much. I'm not a sampler stitcher, but this one really calls to me. I think it's the colours and the words and the motifs. And I'm stitching it with the DMC conversion. Oh, before I forget, the Blackwork sale, I forgot to say, I've got the threads kept in this little butterfly tin, which I got from Exeter Museum. And I'm using 3 pinky reds and 3 greens. So we've got the greens I'm using 3815, 3816, and 3817. So those 3. Oh, it's a bit tricky to show these. There we go. And alongside that, I'm using the pinks and reds 3685, 3687, and 3688. So yeah, they're quite close in number order. And yeah, I'm just mixing and matching them as I do the hexes. Anyway, back to Lizzy Kate. So yeah, this has been a focus with the last week or two, I would say. And I'm making really good progress on this. I'm really enjoying working on it again. And yeah, I'm doing the DMC conversion. Got loads of threads, hang on. And yeah, this is where we're up to. And I have got the bead embellishment pack for this, so I have already put a bead on here. So yeah, it's looking beautiful, isn't it? So I've been working on this topiary bush. I've finished the house on the little hill, and I've started putting in the sheep. That one just needs a leg. He's only one-legged at the moment. And then this one needs another leg, and I need to finish the body. So I've got a butterfly and a few motifs and some bees to count off of this house, because this is 2 spaces too far to the right, so I need to make sure I count this way. And I've got the border to bring down, and I've got some buttons to sew on, mother of pearl ones on the basket and the flowers, and then that part will be finished, and I'll be on to the bottom of part 3. So yeah, I'm really enjoying working on that one. It's really lovely to stitch. So that one was started in March 2023. Okay, the next one was also started in March 23, and this is the beautiful Home is Where the Heart Is. So this was a collaboration between the Historical Sampler Company and Emma Congdon of Stitchrovia, and I absolutely adore this. So I bought this with my own money this sale. Before Historical Sampler and Cotton and Twine, their sister company, started gifting me their sales and boxes. I absolutely love this design. I think it's absolutely glorious. I will put in a picture of the final project, but you'll be able to see that I'm a good 50% of the way through this now. I've got a really big house to put in down there, which I can't wait to start on, because if you've been here for a while, then you know how much I love my houses. And there's some cute little hedgehogs, I think, as well. And this was a really beautiful ornament that I got from one of the Historical Sampler. It might have been their advent from 2022, I think. and it's a little ceramic ornament that says "Home is where your heart is." But I glued a magnet onto it and made it into a needle minder. So yeah, there's another beauty. And I don't know if you can see that ombre sort of effect in those big words, home and heart. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But this is quite intensive. There's lots of counting, lots of intricate backstitch. It's quite time consuming. So I think next time I pick this up, I'm going to work on the house or the cottage, and hopefully I'll feel like I'll put some good progress into that. And that is stitched on the 32 count Zweigart in antique white. So yeah, that is number 4. Number 5 I started in April 2023, and this is Welcome to the Forest. And this is by Cottage Needleworks. So my husband really kindly bought me some of these charts. So the ones I'm currently stitching this one, which is Pink Forest Cottage. I've stitched the little forest deer, and I've also stitched the blue forest cottage. So I'm stitching these all on one piece of 32 count raw linen. And the ones that I've got to go are the big banner at the top, which says Welcome to the Forest, with some flowers and some butterflies. There is Forest Raccoon and Friends. Forest Fox and Friends. And I love this one, Forest Bear. He's so cute. So yeah, this is, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7-part stitch, and I am doing the border as well that goes around this, and I'm stitching it with the called for Fancy Floss and DMC. The Fancy Floss is quite nice in this, but there's not much variation. So we have Classic Colourworks Really Tealy, Classic Colourworks Snowball, which is just a white, Classic Colourworks Jolly Holly, Classic Colourworks Blushing Beauty. Is that all of them? Oh no, Classic Colourworks Hazelnut, which is a nice brown. I think that's all of them. And then the called for DMC. And yeah, I've got a needle minder on here from Don't Step on Your Needle, which I felt went really well with it. And this is a huge piece of fabric. I might have... So yeah, here we are. If I try and put the board behind so the light's not... Here we go. So yeah, this block is finished. You can see I've started the border here. And we've got the blue house, that's completely finished. And I've almost finished this pink forest house. There's not much left to go on that at all. The house is finished. I think I just need to work on that bottom and top border and finish the box going around. And I did change the bird on this. I made it into a black bird because I think it was yellow, I think, in the patterns. And yeah, I don't see birds like that here in the UK. We have blackbirds. So yeah, and that's the needle minder. Can you see that? It's like a little forest. It's really cute with some pumpkins. Actually, it's quite autumnal. So yeah, I've got a massive amount of excess fabric around the edges of this. And this is another one I'm stitching with Lauren at Cross Stitch Bunny. I'm not sure where Lauren's up to with this. She started in a different place to me, so I think she has got the big Welcome to the Forest banner done at the top for sure, but I don't know how many other boxes she's got done underneath. And she's also doing the big leafy border that goes around the edge. So yeah, I'll try and put a picture in again so you can visualise how it's going to look. And yeah, I had this on a scroll frame and I was finding it really awkward to work on, so I think I'm going to go back to putting it on a Q-snap and doing it that way. Okay, Night Forest. This was started in April 2023, and this is another one that you'll have seen on the channel recently because I have been picking it up quite often. This is by Biena Pieza, and I've got lots of working threads on here, so you'll have to excuse me. But yeah, this is on some fabric that I dyed myself with Dylon dye. It's a 32 count Zweigart, and lovely needle minder by Lizzie of Wolfie Stitches. And yeah, I'm using the colourful colours, except the animal eyes I've switched out for 310s. They all match. Yeah, love this one. So beautiful. That's 25% done. So yeah, all of these so far have got a decent amount of progress, I would say, but they do get a bit more pathetic as we go along. Okay, number 7 was Pansy Bloom, but that's been crossed off since. Verdant Canopy, I'm not including in my oldest whips. It's got the tiniest amount of back stitch left on it. And I'm dragging my heels on it because I just don't want it to end. I love that whip so much, and I want to get it professionally framed, and I will get it professionally framed. So yeah, I'm not including that in this 10. And then we have Winterwoods. This was a gorgeous piece. It is a gorgeous piece from November 2023. I'm just going to move this project bag. I've got this in a really cute sheepy bag that I found at the charity shop that's got these pockets in it that I don't know what they're for, but I really love it. And yeah, this is Winterwoods by Mary Hickmott Designs, who is one of my favourite designers. I will put in a picture of it. And this was a kit that I found in a charity shop for £3. So it came with icy blue sort of Ada, which I switched out for the 32 count Zweigart in icy blue. And it also came with Kreinig blending filament, which I have swapped out for Petite Treasure braid to give it that little bit of sparkle. And this is colour PB23. It's just like a snowy white colour. And yeah, in the kit for £3, I got all the anchor floss that comes with the project, and the Ada, which obviously I've switched out, and the blending filament. But it didn't actually say what it was. It just said Winterwoods. So I was in the charity shop like Googling on my phone because I really liked the colours of the floss. And I fell in love with the design as soon as I saw it on her Etsy shop. You can buy this. I'll put a link down below. It's £12. And I have got the companion piece for this as well called Highland Living. And this is another one that is at 25%. I was meant to pick this up last winter and I just didn't get round to it. But I absolutely love this. It's so beautiful. It is stunning. It's long and skinny, so that is the full width. You can see the little clouds up there. These beautiful trees, and there's little snowy cottage, and there's a little jetty here, and then it goes across. I'll show you how big my piece of fabric is. See? And it goes across, and it has like a icy sort of pond, and then it has another island over the other side of the jetty with all these gorgeous trees that are similar to this. It's absolutely stunning, and I love working on this one. I can't get it to work on Pattern Keeper, unfortunately, so I think I'm going to have to do it on GoodNotes and just mark it off manually. But when you like twist it in the light, you can see all the Petite Treasure braid sparkling. And I've got a really gorgeous wooden needle minder on here that I got from Nitka Moscow when I put in an order for a Barbara Anna kit with them. Okay, and the last one of 2023, which I started in December 2023, is Let's Dream On. I've got it in this gorgeous bag that Hazel made me and gifted to me at Stitch in London. I think it was last year. And this is a really, really beautiful pattern from I think she is Russian. I hope she's not Ukrainian now I've said that. She's called Milena Stitch. Elena Michikina. I've got a feeling she's Russian. And yeah, I'm using all the called for colours, and I'm stitching it on a really beautiful 32 count, which is hand dyed by lovely Megan at Coffee Craft Fabric. And there isn't much left to do on this at all. and it's still in the frame, in the merge. And I bought this because Laura I Stitch Birds told me that that is me sitting in that tree with my cup of tea. So yeah, I had to start this because Laura told me to. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I've got more backstitching to do in the tree and all of these leaves, and there's another bird here. Can you see the birdies? But yeah, there's another bird here. And I've got backstitch all down here. The girl's backstitched in her cup of tea. And as you can see, apart from the backstitching of the tree and the leaves, all I've got left to do is all of this Blackwork steam. Again, I'll put up a picture so you can see what I'm talking about. But, you know, if I really put some effort into this, like a good solid couple of weeks or even a week, I could probably get this done. Okay, we're up to number 9. I love this one so much, but this is a pathetic start. So this was bought for me by my lovely husband and my 2 girls for my birthday in January 2024. And I started it. No, actually, I think they bought it for my birthday in January 23, and it took me a year to start it, and even then it's got the most pathetic start. This is by Sakoran. They are on Etsy, and it's a purple and pink Callistephus. I will put in a picture up here, but this is what it looks like. And I'm using all the called for DMC, and this is another one that I cannot get to work on Pattern Keeper properly. I can mark it off on Pattern Keeper, but it's not recognising the symbols to like highlight them for you. I've got this on some Charly Feathers floss drops. I mean, just look at these colours. They are absolutely stunning. I don't know why I'm dragging my heels on this project because I do really love it. And I've got a really lovely ring bling there of a little birdie that I got from Pretty Little Thread Keeps on Facebook. They've got a lovely Facebook page, and I bought a few things from her. I can't remember the lady's name. And yeah, look at this pathetic start. But I do really, really want to work on this one. This might be one of the first ones I pick up and work on next year. Or if I can make a head start back end of this year, then I will on these projects. And if I do, well, really, technically, I've already started because I've started working on things unseen. So if I carry on working on these, you know, for the rest of this month, then I think I will put £10 in the kitty, and I'll see if I do it in November and December as well, and then carry on next year. There you go. I'm always motivated by some money to spend. So yeah, look at that pathetic start. This is 32 count Zweigart in just antique white. And this really pretty needle minder, I bought this brooch off eBay. I snapped the back off it. I think it's like vintage, and glued a magnet on. So yeah, I absolutely love it. But yeah, it's a cute little brooch. Look, you can see the edge of it there. And I really do want to work on that one because, you know, my husband and my girls bought it for me for my birthday. And the last one to talk about is called Green Fingers. So this is in Cross Stitcher magazine. Issue 240, June 2011. That's the front cover if you're looking for it. I love this, it's gorgeous. And yeah, it's the Green Fingers sampler by Caroline Vincent, and that's what it looks like. It's so beautiful. Lindsay at Wolfie Stitches has finished this years ago. I think it was before her stitching break, and she's got this framed, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I had to track down what magazine it was in, and yeah, I'm using all the called for DMC. I've got one of my Charly Feathers chicken needle minders on here that came from my stock box, and I love this project because it's half embroidery, half cross stitch. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me just put some clips on this so it doesn't slide about all over the place. I'm stitching this on a Zweigart 32 count in cream, because I think it really complements a lot of the colours. And yeah, I haven't made any changes to this apart from the watercolour. They were supposed to be like a cream coloured floss, but they just weren't showing up. And I think it should be blue anyway because it's water. Beautiful, isn't it? But there's still quite a bit to go. And I think I have miscounted, and I don't know if I've got enough fabric to put the words on at the bottom, because it says dig your garden and hoe the weeds, sprinkle with water and sow your seeds. So yeah, I might just leave this off. And I really don't like this hill. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. I remember talking to Lindsay or someone about it. I think I might drop the chicken or the cockerel down and maybe put some more flowers and grass there instead of this hill. I just don't like it. So yeah, if I drop this down to like meet the border maybe, and then I can put some more of these flowers and things around here. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. But apart from that, I do really, really love this. I think it's beautiful. So yeah, that was a whistle stop tour through my 10 whips. And yeah, if anyone would like to join me on this journey for 2026, making a head start in 2025, the back end of if you want to, then please let me know. And yeah, I think I'm going to find Stitch from Stash really difficult, but I have got so much fabric. I've got a master set of DMC. I've got loads of fancy floss. I've got so many kits. There is no excuse for me to be buying stuff. I need to get through some of the stuff that I already have. So yeah, I'm going to get through some of my stash. I'm going to get through some of these old whips, hopefully get most of them finished. I'd love to say I'll get all of them finished. Wouldn't that be fantastic? And maybe if I do get all of them finished in 2026, I need to have an extra bonus, I think. But yeah, it's lovely to be back, and I don't know if there will be a Flosstube next week because there isn't a massive amount of progress to show you, because I've either been working on the Lanate mystery sal or the Things Unseen Lizzy Kate mystery sampler, so it may be a couple more weeks before I'm back again. But yeah, it'll be lovely to see you. Take care of yourselves. Please leave a comment if you want to. Bye.